What's up, good people? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Simone. This is Generation September. Y'all, I got a guest today. This is my cousin Coco.
Hello.
This will be talking about my coffee. She said that I don't. She told me to stay on the porch. Remember? But anyway, that's not what we here. We not even drinking coffee today. We have nothing in our cups just yet. But you just wait. So what we're talking about is mother-daughter relationships. We watched movies regarding that topic. However, she was the perfect person because she is a mom.
I am.
Of a teenager, can you believe it?
Pray for me.
So, and I've always been a lovely daughter. So, but if you're gonna talk about certain topics, you want to have, a balanced perspective. So that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, try to have a little balance.
Yeah. Okay. So first though, she gonna make us a drink, y'all.
I'm going to start with a little Ciroc peach, a little honey Jack Daniels, and top it off with a little pineapple juice. Trader Joe. You know she loves Trader Joe. And I do too.
We gonna mix these?
We got our red cups.
We mixing these?
Yeah. Oh, we gonna mix them. What you
girl.
okay.
Mix them, girl.
I didn't know if you wanted a shot first or what.
I'm trying to do better. Listen.
All right. Well,
I'm trying to, when I say better, I just mean I don't know. I don't know what I mean, y'all. Okay, while you mixing it, first of all, y'all, we watched some old movies and a new one. I don't know, I'm gonna have to hear about this new one, but the old movies that we watched were, now look, you watched something new.
I did.
Okay, look, so I couldn't remember if we was watching something new or Napoli Ever After. I watched
that too.
I watched both of them.
Okay.
But you know what though? They kind of was almost the same movie. A little bit. Yeah, look. You pouring this drink like a mama. Get your some. You pour it out. Oh.
I'll give you a little, make it even.
Oh, okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. You put all 3 things in here?
Yes, I did. I sure did.
It's a little sweet. We need something.
A little sweet. You need a little bit more liquor. Because you know that's Ciroc.
When I was
these flavors Ciroc sneak up on you.
But when I say a little something else, I'm talking something that's not flavored.
Like something hard.
Oh, don't say that.
She need a straight shot of cognac. Or, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Since we already
put some cognac in here.
Yeah, or whiskey, not flavored though, just straight Jack Daniels.
I don't know if I don't have no Jack Daniels, but I keep
I know what
a
you
bottle
keep.
of Crown or Hennessy.
Yes.
Take your pick. Oh, we're talking about mother. Come on, let's get on topic. Sugar, can you add us that what you want, Hennessy?
Yeah.
Can we get some of that Hennessy?
Yep.
Just put your hand in here.
So this drink could be modified. If you like a little bit more sweetness, stick with those 3. If you need a little hard hitter, top it off with a little bit of hen dog, which thank you. And once your kids get of age, they become well-rounded.
Don't do that, because I know they already, because I already let them know I'm gonna be drinking if I keep your kids. So okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this looks like a little. Now this looks like a elevated tequila sunrise. Cheers. That balanced it.
Okay.
That balanced it. Okay, back to these.
There we
movies.
go.
Back to these movies.
Which one you want to talk about first? That Lost Daughter. I want to go and get that off.
Okay. So look, I had her. It's a movie on Netflix called The Lost Daughter, and it was
left me lost. I was a lost daughter after watching that. Okay, but what drew you to it?
Nothing but the title.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. That was it. The title, it said The Lost Daughter, and the title was it was intriguing, but to me, it didn't match the movie. I got it. Hold on, I got it. Like the movie made sense to me because everybody's relationship. It was a very tumultuous very, very tumultuous relationship.
Yes.
And sometimes though that's real life. You let me tell you, you want to know what I think kind of threw you also too.
What?
Also too, baby. This I ain't even been there. They were, what country were they in?
Right, that accent.
I forgot where they were.
But they were speaking Italian.
Yeah.
They seemed to be cultured because she
was
from near Boston.
Yes, they were very cultured. And I like, that's kind of what made me like the movie because it showed people be having problems all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like a relationship is a relationship. And I'm not saying all mother-daughter relationships are strained. What I am saying is though they could have stressful times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like strained moments.
And those strained moments can transcend through the generations because
ooh, baby.
Watching this movie, what I did find a running theme of was, I took a little note.
She coped and took some notes, y'all.
Because it was many plots, so I had to try and stay focused, especially when you might be a little all over the place yourself. Watching a movie like this might throw you. So I'm like, okay. But I found the running theme of attention to be kind of like common amongst all the problems. And in one part, one of the actors said, hospitality comes in holding one's attention. And I found that to be very interesting because throughout like this mother's struggles and trying to become a writer, was she like a writer or?
She was a professor.
Okay.
Yeah, it did. This movie did a lot of flashbacks.
It did. And so it did show though throughout her, let's just say 20s, 30s or whatever, she had 2 kids and was, you know, an aspiring professor, writer, and in these different rooms that she would be in that would call for her attention, it would take her away from her children, her husband, and I just found the balance in that to be very tumultuous.
Very much so. And I think a lot of it also had to do with her age.
I think so too.
Yeah, her being stressed. She was in school, she was a mom, and she was young. Like, she may have been 25, 26, but she was like in grad school. She had a lot going on, just life was stressful. And life be lifing.
And her husband had things going on too that I found she needed his attention too. To try and balance it out so she could do her work duties, mother duties, school duties, wife duties. And it was just all of these duties needing to be fulfilled that
her kids didn't get her girls didn't get the attention that they needed. And you know, we all like basically little girls at heart.
Right.
Or little boys, whatever, but I'm saying like whatever relationship you have with a person, because this is my true belief. Whatever you feel about a person as a child, baby, that carries forever. Like if somebody disappoints you, tell me if you agree. If somebody disappoints you when you're an adult, right? Because you think like an adult, you can kind of take it different. Like, oh, they were busy, they had something to do, this, that, and the other. But as whatever affected you as a kid, you only know if you felt happy, sad, you know, scared, angry. You only know the feeling of what you felt. And that to me, that still resonates with you as an adult about any particular person.
I do definitely believe it starts as a child because everything she was experiencing in her adulthood, it kind of was relative to something she had experienced in her childhood. And I thought that was interesting too, down to even a doll she had as a child that she gave to her child and felt the type of way when her child didn't.
Baby, that doll almost got her killed. Yeah, let's be clear.
Respected the same, you know, so it was like.
Okay, so what you think about that? What would you write? Would you recommend it or no?
I wish Netflix had, because this is the first time I ever put a thumbs down on like the little Netflix button. But it wasn't that I didn't like it. It was that I didn't like it. If you understand, like I did not like it, but I didn't like it either.
It was
and it wasn't an in between button, so I just said I didn't like it.
Okay, you was neutral.
But I'm more on the not like it.
No, I got it. No, I got it. But I'm saying, like, if you had to yes, no, or neutral.
If I had no or neutral, then I would say
yes, no, or
neutral.
neutral, right?
But if it was yes or no, it'd be no.
Now,
yeah. And I got it. I understood it. I just thought because I.
But you know what?
Awards it got and stuff.
I ain't gonna even lie.
It could have had more fluidity.
When I watched it, I don't want to tell y'all. I didn't have. I had to be confined to the space where I was at. So maybe if I could have, maybe I'm a little biased because I had to sit there at that time. You know what I'm saying?
I sat there.
No. Listen what I'm saying. I know you sat there. I put you through that.
I dozed off.
Oh Lord, what I'm saying is
rewound it.
I had to be where I was at. I had to sit there.
Okay.
So I could have either been sitting there doing nothing or sitting there watching that movie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know if but I thought it was okay. I mean, but
would you watch it again?
No. I don't need to watch it again.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I wouldn't go. No, I wouldn't. Okay, so on that note then.
That was enough. And I can't say that I'm it's cool that I watched it. I like perspective.
Exactly.
So I did gain perspective.
All right. Now, something we're a little bit more familiar with. We watched, if you haven't seen this movie, you should have by now, but we watched Something New, and that's the movie where it's not. This is an old movie, y'all. Probably 2000. I'm gonna include it. I don't know. It was like 2007 or 9. This is where she wanted to try something new, and she wasn't having.
I don't think she necessarily wanted to though.
Well, now you know what you right. No, now you know. You right. She tried something new because that was what she was checking for. So that's what she did. Yeah. She started dating a white guy in the movie, but that's not. We talking about mother-daughter's relationship, and sometimes depending on who you date, that can put a strain on your relationship with your mama.
Yes, because the mama came. Alfred Woodard, okay, she came through with her views, her opinions. Her was very overbearing in what her daughter wanted to do or didn't want to do. She almost didn't have a choice after.
I don't like that.
You heard mama.
Yeah, I don't like that. What I don't like about I like Alfred Woodard, but like characters like this. And hold on, Lynn Whitfield played the same type of character.
Yeah. And Natalie Ever After.
Yeah. What I don't like about people like that in general is when they're so refined. They act like they've been that way their whole life. Be honest with your child. Like, you could let the world see you how you want the world. We show up in the world how we need to show up in the world. But sometimes I think it's good. I mean, I'm not saying you got to tell, your kids everything you did just because you want to leave some type of. But I don't like when people be extra. That, like, girl, for real, you always buttoned up. You always like, like, your child, like, you can't, your child, the characters that they play as mothers is not one where their child will feel comfortable. Like, to me, sitting on their bed with their legs folded, like, holding a real conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't, it's like,
I get it. And that even made me look into, you always say you watch a movie and they don't really go into like the generations as to how things got that way. But just in the respect of how her mom was so
rigid,
and as far as like this black, idea of black excellence, which is great. I mean, phenomenal. But to the point of where it's overbearing in a sense where it's like, that's all that I will accept. Yeah, it's hindering your daughter's happiness. Then at that point, it's like, okay.
Or hindering your child from even really knowing you. And I say that because in both movies, now, y'all, I'm going back and forth between Something New and Napoli Ever After. Because to me, they almost, the movies, the only difference to me in the movies was the hair in the men. They were very similar.
They were.
I would recommend both of them, but I'm just saying. Where was I going?
The mothers.
Yeah. Oh, they were so buttoned up that she, as their daughter, didn't even know anything about him as a mom. You know what I'm saying? Like just little stories. She was like, "Oh, that happened." Remember, her father told her a story. Like, "Oh,
in Napoli."
Yeah, about her hair swelling up.
Right.
I mean, about they used to.
Yeah, but that's because the movies are similar because it was
they real
hair,
like they
hair thing and something new too. But I guess just overall, what I really liked about Something New was giving yourself the chance and the opportunity to just kind of strip yourself of your mama's views, your daddy's views, your friends' views, and really just see what it is you want. Where you are in life.
You know what that called? What's that called?
What's that?
Adulting. Like at some point in life, you just be like, you know what? I don't care. Like once you hit, I'm saying like in general in your 20s, you are a pleaser. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when you growing up, usually your parent they instill certain things in you, right? And then you take all of that you learn, and when you old enough to go out there and like show them. You really just want to appease them, right? And then that's your 20s. And then somewhere about like 28, 20, I say really at 20, I think at 25, your parents to you, normally, not everybody, become a person. What I'm saying is they're no longer, oh, that's your mother, your father. They really are just their name. Not just their name, but you be like, oh, okay, right. Everything isn't always right.
Yeah, and I do agree with that, but within this movie, I really feel like if this man hadn't come into her life to let her know, hey,
you good,
you know, what you look like naked, like with no weave, like your mama ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, really bring that out of you if that ain't what she been doing. It's gonna take, somebody. This dude, white, and he polishing her toes, okay, and kissing softly. She like, what is this? Like, that I think that is what kind of that type of attention. I keep seeing these running things of attention. It's like the attention I feel like she was getting all through her life from her parents was so systematic. It was within an institution. She
wasn't allowed to.
You have to adhere to, these certain things because this is the standard we live in by type, but just to be free with your little white man, with your
any man,
any man. But
man,
even
like,
so, it was more uncomfortable for her because he was white, because that wasn't being accepted initially. Until she stood up for him. Like, I don't care if he got a beret jacket on. What if she done brought him out in a chimichanga, whatever outfit? Like, this my man now. Once you just get crazy with it, you don't care, okay? And that's the growing up part.
Not a chimichanga. Once you get to the point, she was like,
grown in.
She was in love too. Baby, don't play with that love.
Yes. Oh, shoot.
No, you mean.
Yes.
Oh, that's a different video. That's a whole different conversation. Okay, but you kept talking about layers and doing the work as far as generations. That leads to the next. This wasn't a movie. It was more of a documentary.
Yes.
In My Mother's Garden.
I love that.
On Netflix. Oh, it came out in 2018. That came out in 2018.
Really? Okay.
If you haven't seen that, you need to check that out. That was it was stories of them telling their lineage, their history, their trauma.
Traditions.
Yeah, just their faith, their love, I'm like, we are so full of layers.
And I found so much strength in those women speaking about their history, their lineage, their traditions, and I really, if you have your grandparents that are still alive, if you've had the opportunity and been blessed to know your great grandparents as I have, it's like watching this and just seeing how homage is still being paid to keep them in remembrance. I just really found that to be so important because her name was Dr. Coco.
Which one?
The the one who was serving Aegon and
okay.
Dr. Coco's Dito Salasi.
Okay.
I might have messed up the last name.
Don't worry about it.
You got Dr. Coco, and it was KOKO. But anyway, I really found her to be empowering in the way that she remembers her ancestors.
The one she cooked the food.
Yes. And I found her to be very strengthening when she says that you can't let your memory be so short. Like you have to remember these things, because
if you do not remember history,
if you don't remember history,
you'll repeat it.
Forgetting is the true death. That's what she said, and I really resonated with that, because just being transparent, right? Can I be transparent? Okay, I'm gonna be transparent, right? Okay. We just lost our grandfather, and he lived a beautiful life. I mean, a beautiful life. 93, a life well lived, right? And he was cremated. And we were so present in his life while he was here that it just dawned upon me, maybe, a week ago,
that he was gone?
No, Mom, where's Grandpa's ashes? She like, he's still up there. Okay, and so I was just saying this to say, you I'm there at the funeral home, but listen, you be so present in the flesh, like and my grandfather lived. Our grandfather lived, and it's like once the body is gone, it's a whole nother thing, and remembrance and history and tradition and strength to carry that on outside of just the physical sense. And the way this Dr. Coco honored her ancestors down to making meals, what was maybe every Sunday, once a week, to pay homage. She's like, we put some okra, some onions, some fish, some corn. Now, she's making that.
Now, would you do that?
I would. Matter of fact, because I didn't watch that movie like a couple times, that documentary. And I thought about it as like, I even was like, I don't even see it as like a witchcraft.
I didn't see it like no.
Yeah, because I'm like, I feel like I'm my grandfather. He, is me. Like, is living. We on the other side of life, after and present. But it's like, if you just forget about that, like even my mom just made some black eyed peas and was thinking about grandpa, like, and I'm like, wow, if I had, let's just say, his picture, like the posters up or whatever, and it's in my house or whatever, I'm making beans. Hey, grandpa, you want some? You smell that? I'm serious. I really did do that after. I mean, he wasn't passed yet, but I'm just saying. There was some people that passed that I'm close to, that I'm like, to find that connection and comfortability.
So here's the thing.
It was comforting to me.
Right. Now, I don't think anything is wrong with her doing that. I wouldn't do that. Right. But I do other things. Like I feel the way to honor. Then it's just me. See, everybody got their way of doing, so no way is wrong. But the way that the things that they taught me and the way that they taught me to live were things to do. Right. I live that way. Yes. So I don't feel the need remembering. Yeah, absolutely. But that's how they continue to live. It's through what you continue to, but you know what? People plant a seed, whether it be good or bad. Right? And it will grow. Yes. Like it does grow. So I'm glad that the seeds that were sown over here were on good soil. Yes. Right? Yes. Just, and our and the ground is not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like it's life, and families come with a lot of different layers and things. But when you look at the totality and overall, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Cheers to the mamas, because you know I done already did a whole separate video about my mama, so y'all.
And that's remembrance. That's
Absolutely.
You know, all of that is
Absolutely.
That's what I took from that movie.
Yeah, it was
like,
really good though.
I mean, if you watch that, you gonna instantly be like, I start asking questions, like, you know, like, Grandpa, what was your grandpa's name? Like, you know, it's like you really do find advantages in knowing where you came from.
Absolutely.
You know,
it's strength, it's power in that. It's power in knowing who you are. Because I really believe if you don't know who you are, then you don't know where you came from. You just don't.
No,
So,
or where you're going.
Yeah. So hopefully y'all have enjoyed this conversation. Please like, share, subscribe. We'll see you in the next.
See ya.